Hello, everyone. Welcome to Children's Church. We are in May now. We are all past April, and we are in May. It's a new month. It's May 3rd. So I'm glad you're joining me today. I have a great story for you today about Jesus and shepherd, being a shepherd. So let's go ahead and do our call to worship. Again, I'm by myself, so you will do the response on your own. Friends, we gather together this morning to proclaim the ways in which God has been working in our midst. We have been blessed by God. We gather together to give thanks for the ways in which God is working in our midst. We are being blessed by God. We gather together to open our eyes in the ways God is using us to work in his midst. We will continue to be blessed by God. Dear ones, God has given us so much, and God calls us to be good stewards of all that we have received. We give thanks to God. We proclaim our faith in God. We worship God. All right, let's do our children's creed. I believe in God above. I believe in Jesus' love. I believe the Spirit, too, comes to teach us what to do. I believe that I can be kind and loving, Lord, like thee. All right. You probably are getting really good at that. All right. Now for our affirmation of faith. Pull out your little sheet. All right. We are not alone. We live in God's world. We believe in God who has created and is creating, who has come in Jesus, the Word made flesh, to reconcile and make new, who works in us and others by the Spirit. We trust in God. We are called to be the church, to celebrate God's presence, to love and serve others, to seek justice and resist evil, to proclaim Jesus crucified and risen, our hope and our judge, in life, in death, in life beyond death. God is with us. We are not alone. Thanks be to God. Amen. All right. And we've been doing that for a long time now, so you're all probably really good at doing that. All right. So this is the fourth Sunday of Easter. And this story today is about Jesus and how he compares himself to a good shepherd. So what is a shepherd? Now, a shepherd is someone who used to take care of sheep. And I guess they still do if you meet one. They protect the sheep. They feed the sheep. They make sure they have water and that they're always safe from other animals hurting them. And they can take them home sometimes, or they can put them out in a pen, but they are with those sheep all the time, and they make sure they have everything they need. And so our story today is about Jesus being a good shepherd. And I got my special board here to kind of help us tell our story. All right, so the people who knew Jesus like to talk about the things Jesus did before he died. Do you remember how Jesus liked to talk about the sheep? Andrew asked. Here's Andrew. It makes me laugh a little when I think about it, Mary said. Jesus didn't have any sheep, but he liked to call himself a shepherd. We are the sheep he looked after, Andrew said. I know, that's why I laugh. Sheep are smelly and not very smart, and they keep wandering away from the flock. So they get lost all the time, Mary said. Well, that's why Jesus said we are like sheep. We keep wandering away from the flock, Mary laughed. But we are not smelly. Jesus really wanted us to stay together to help each other live in God's way. I think Jesus meant that we should help each other. We should love one another and share with one another. Then he will be very happy and we'll be really happy. Susanna was just listening to Mary and Andrew talking. Susanna didn't talk very much, but when she did, it was very important. I think I know how Jesus would like us to live in God's way, she said. None of us has much money, but what if we put all we have together with the other things we have, like clothes and houses? What if we shared everything with everyone? Andrew said, but you have more money than me and nicer things. Would you want to put that with my cheap things? She replied, yes, we could share what we have. I have more money, but you have stronger muscles. You can lift and carry things. Let's give the things that we have. Andrew just smiled. Then we will all be richer and happier. That's a great idea, Susanna. I think Jesus would like it too. Mary said, I think that's what Jesus was talking about all along. If we all share what we have, we can all be happier. The gospel of the Lord. So there they are, thinking about being shepherds and working together. So that's important. So can you remember some of the things good shepherds do to protect their sheep and take care of them? What were some of the things that I mentioned earlier? And you can think of some maybe now that you've heard the story. So think about it for a minute. Now think about, how is Jesus like a good shepherd? Who are Jesus's sheep? We're Jesus's sheep, just like Mary and Andrew and Susanna discovered in the story. And they talked about how they can work together, and that's important. Then Jesus is like our shepherd. He's like a good shepherd because he's always taking care of us, making sure we're doing all the things we can do, protecting us, giving us someone we can talk to. So he's just like a good shepherd. Now, for your activity today, you could make some sheep to help you remember about Jesus being a good shepherd. You can take some cotton balls in your house. You can find online some cute little outlines of sheep, and you can put your cotton balls on there. And that way it'll help you remember about being a good shepherd. You can also find a lot of fun things online about the Good Shepherd. All right, so let's do our closing prayer. And we're going to do the Lord's Prayer together, so we can all do that one. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. All right, let's go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Thanks be to God. Well, thank you for listening to our story today. Hopefully you're going to think about how Jesus is the Good Shepherd. And go ahead and make your little sheep, and you can set it up and kind of think about it all through the week. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye.